What's up, Five Knuckle fans? I saw the movie Chips, and it was alright. I was skeptical at first what this movie would be like, since I'm not all that familiar with the original TV show from the late 70s, early 80s, but I knew about like the car crashes and stuff like that. I was aware of that aspect. So walking into this, I didn't know what to expect. And overall, what I got was pretty enjoyable. This movie stars Michael Pena. He's an FBI agent that goes undercover to find out who these crooked cops are in LA. And he's partnered with Dax Shepard, who's like this motorcycle stunt guy who is really good at nothing in the police force besides riding a motorcycle. So he gets paired up with him, and they sort of investigate the death of an officer during a robbery that went awry. Had a sense of humor about it. Both characters had their quirks that, to be honest, never really get a resolution. They're just sort of like there as comedic aspects. But each one is good at a different thing, so it never felt like one, whoa, that got bright. So it never felt like one was more capable than the other, or one was holding the other back. Each one contributed equally and equally chewed the other out whenever they screwed up. The action overall in this movie was pretty enjoyable to watch. I actually kind of liked the camera on the front of the motorcycle. I liked those shots. They were appealing. The villain, Vincent D'Onofrio, which, you know, it's Vincent D'Onofrio. You knew he was going to be the villain. He was pretty three-dimensional. He had his own motivations beyond just making money. He was looking out for his kid. Dax Shepard wants to get the respect of his wife. And Michael Pena basically just wants to be taken seriously and not lose his job over this thing. Figure out who killed the officer. It flowed pretty well. There's some aspects of it I question, and maybe if a little bit more explanation or something, those problems could have been fixed. Overall, it was a pretty enjoyable experience. Yeah, overall, I'd recommend this movie. It was neat. It was fun. Action-y. Pretty cool overall. Some of the... I guess my only critique would be like some of the smaller aspects, like the side stuff going on, were pretty underdeveloped and felt a bit like tacked on. Like the issues with Dax Shepard and his wife. There's not all much to it besides her just being mean. That's about it. Her being mean and him being dumb and nice, and that's about the dynamic. And also, in the beginning, when Michael Pena is driving away acting like a getaway driver, why would he be allowed to get away with driving on the sidewalk and nearly running people over? He almost killed numerous innocent people in that instance, and the police were aware of the situation. Like, they were watching the whole time, like, do you think they might have said, hey, maybe don't do that, Punch? Maybe don't drive through that? I mean, his name wasn't really Punch, but, you know, whatever. That lighting change, though, very, very inconsistent editing right there. It felt a little bit inconsistent in places within the film, too, so this completely makes sense, at least to me. Alright, I'll go into brief spoilers. Spoiler time. Oh yeah, my main critique is when the son gets his head cut off and they say they can't identify the body, why was Dax Shepard almost immediately certain of who it was, but the other police on the force weren't? Like they said, we can't figure out who it is, but then he's like, oh, I know, it's this guy. It's like, I know there's crooked cops, but, do they cover up the investigation, or are they just that bad at their jobs? A little bit of explanation into that would have been nice. And also, I didn't really care much about the wife character. She felt very one-dimensional, sort of heartless woman in this movie. She didn't care much for her husband, and to be honest, I didn't really care that much when she got captured. It was actually a little satisfying seeing her get tased while she was swimming, simply because she was just an unlikable. She was less likable than the main villain of this movie, who has killed numerous people. She's less likable than that guy. Then again, she was less fleshed out than Vincent D'Onofrio and his crew in this movie, so it goes without saying. Michael Pena getting his fingers shot off, and then Dax Shepard running out and trying to gather them. That was darkly funny. It had some good dark humor in this movie overall. I liked that bit. I know this is a shorter review than I'm used to, but hey, stuff happens. But what do you think about the movie? Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on the social media. And stay silver. It's a joke. You see, I normally say stay golden, but I said stay silver. It's different from gold. What is going on out there?